As we sat around the dinner table, laughing and sharing stories, I realized how far we had come as a family. The fear and anxiety of those 3 days when Emily disappeared were now a distant memory, replaced by a sense of unity and love. We had faced a challenge together, and it had only made us stronger. Emily looked around the table, her eyes filled with gratitude. "I just want to say thank you again." "For everything," she said, her voice sincere. Mom smiled, her eyes shining with love. "We're a family, Emily. We'll always be here for you no matter what." Dad nodded, raising his glass. "To family, and to always finding our way back to each other." "To family," we all echoed, clinking our glasses together. As I looked at my sister, I knew that no matter where life took us, we would always have each other. The bond we shared was unbreakable, forged through challenges and strengthened by love, and that, more than anything, was something worth cherishing. The weeks that followed Emily's disappearance and return were a period of adjustment for our family. Mom and Dad were still shaken by the ordeal, and their trust in Emily had been severely tested. But Emily was determined to make things right. She took her punishment seriously, using the time she was grounded to reflect on her actions and to help around the house. She did chores without being asked, helped Mom with cooking, and spent time talking to Dad about his day. Slowly but surely, she was rebuilding the trust that had been damaged. One day, as I was sitting in my room doing homework, Emily knocked on the door. "Can I come in?" she asked, her voice hesitant. "Of course," I replied, looking up from my books. She came in and sat on the edge of my bed. "I just wanted to say thank you for going with Dad to Clara's house and for being there for me. I know I messed up, but I'm really trying to do better." I smiled at her. "I know you are, Em, and I'm proud of you for taking responsibility. We all make mistakes, but it's how we learn from them that matters." She nodded, her eyes brightening. "I just want things to go back to normal. I miss how we used to be." "They will," I assured her. "It just takes time. But we're all here for you." As the days turned into weeks, Emily's efforts to make amends started to pay off. Mom and Dad began to see the changes in her and gradually started to relax the rules. Emily was allowed to use her phone again, but she made sure to keep it charged and to check in regularly. She was given more freedom to go out, but she always made sure to let our parents know where she was going and who she was with. One evening, as we were sitting in the living room watching TV, the doorbell rang. It was Clara, holding a bouquet of flowers. She had come to apologize to our parents for her part in the incident and to thank them for their understanding. "I'm really sorry for what happened," Clara said, her eyes filled with remorse. "Emily and I just got caught up in the moment and lost track of time. I should have made sure she called you." Mom smiled warmly at her. "Thank you for coming, Clara. It means a lot to us. We just want to make sure our children are safe." Clara nodded. "I understand, and I'll make sure it doesn't happen again." As Clara and Emily sat down to catch up, I could see the relief on Mom and Dad's faces. The apology had been a small but significant step towards healing the rift that had formed. It was a reminder that even in difficult times, communication and understanding were key. The next few months passed peacefully. Emily continued to show responsibility and maturity, and our parents gradually began to trust her more. Our family dinners were filled with laughter and conversation, a stark contrast to the tense atmosphere that had once pervaded our home. One sunny Saturday, Dad decided to take us all on a day trip to the beach. It was a chance for us to relax and enjoy each other's company away from the stresses of everyday life. We packed a picnic, grabbed our swimsuits, and piled into the car, excitement buzzing in the air. As we drove to the beach, I looked out the window and thought about how much had changed since that fateful weekend. Emily's disappearance had been a wake-up call for all of us, a reminder of the importance of family and communication. We had faced a crisis and come out stronger on the other side. At the beach, we spent the day swimming, building sand castles, and playing beach volleyball. Mom and Dad watched from under a large umbrella, their faces relaxed and content. Emily and I took a long walk along the shoreline, talking about everything and nothing. "This is nice," Emily said, kicking at the waves that lapped at our feet. "I missed this." "Me too," I agreed. "It's good to see everyone happy again." She nodded, her gaze fixed on the horizon. "I've learned a lot from all of this. About responsibility, about family. I never want to put you all through something like that again." I put an arm around her shoulders. "And we never want to lose you, Em. Just remember that we're here for you, no matter what." The sun began to set, painting the sky in hues of pink and orange. We gathered our things and headed back to the car, tired but happy. As we drove home, the car was filled with the sound of laughter and music, a perfect end to a perfect day. Back home, as we settled in for the night, Mom and Dad called us into the living room. "We just wanted to say how proud we are of both of you," Mom said, her eyes shining with love. "This family has been through a lot, but we've come out stronger because of it." Dad nodded in agreement. "We've all learned some important lessons, and we're grateful for the love and support we've shown each other." Emily and I exchanged smiles. It felt good to hear those words, to know that our efforts to rebuild trust and strengthen our family bonds had been recognized. As we hugged our parents goodnight and headed to our rooms, I felt a deep sense of contentment. Our family had faced a challenge and emerged stronger. We had learned the importance of communication, trust, and the unbreakable bond of family. Emily's disappearance had been a turning point in our lives, a moment that had tested our limits and brought us closer together. It was a story that we would remember for years to come, a story of fear, hope, and the power of family. And as we looked towards the future, we knew that no matter where life took us, we would always have each other. The experience had taught us to appreciate the moments we shared and to cherish the love that held us together. The following summer, Emily graduated from high school. It was a day of celebration, filled with joy and pride. As she walked across the stage to receive her diploma, I could see the determination and strength in her eyes. She had grown so much over the past year, and I knew she was ready to take on the world. Our parents were beaming with pride, their faces glowing with happiness. They had watched Emily transform from a carefree teenager into a responsible young adult, and their hearts swelled with love for her. After the ceremony, we had a big family gathering at our house. Friends and relatives came to celebrate Emily's achievement, and the house was filled with laughter and joy. Emily gave a heartfelt speech, thanking everyone for their support and love. "Thank you for believing in me even when I made mistakes," she said, her voice filled with emotion. "I couldn't have done this without my amazing family." Mom and Dad hugged her tightly, their eyes filled with tears of pride. It was a moment of pure happiness, a testament to the strength and love of our family. As the evening drew to a close, Emily and I sat on the porch, watching the stars twinkle in the night sky. "We've come a long way, haven't we?" she said, her voice filled with wonder. "Yes, we have," I agreed, "and I couldn't be prouder of you." She smiled, her eyes shining with gratitude. "Thank you for always being there for me. I know I can be a handful, but I promise to always strive to be the best version of myself." I squeezed her hand. "And we'll always be here for you, no matter what." As the years went by, Emily continued to grow and thrive. She went on to college, pursuing her dreams with passion and determination. Our family remained close, the bonds we had forged through our challenges growing stronger with each passing day. Emily's journey had been a lesson in resilience and the power of family. It had shown us that even in the face of adversity, we could come together and support each other. It was a story of growth, love, and the unbreakable bonds that held us together. And as I looked back on those days, I realized that the true treasure was not in the moments of happiness or success, but in the strength and love that we had found in each other. Our family had faced its share of challenges, but we had emerged stronger and more united than ever. As we continued to navigate the journey of life, we knew that we would always carry the lessons we had learned with us. Emily's disappearance had been a turning point, a moment that had defined our family and solidified our commitment to each other. It was a story that we would tell for years to come, a story of fear, hope, and the unbreakable bond of family. And as we looked towards the future, we knew that no matter where life took us, we would always have each other. The love and support of family were the true treasures we had discovered, and they would guide us through whatever challenges lay ahead. For in the end, it was not the moments of happiness or success that defined us, but the strength and love that we found in each other.